A trial involving Metropolitan Police Sergeant Laurence Knight, who was in court this week after being charged with rape and sexual assault, has now come to an end. Knight was on a stag night in Brighton with friends staying in an Airbnb. They had ordered strippers and been drinking. They left their Airbnb and went into town, where they bumped into the victim and another male. It was alleged that Knight invited the woman into the sea, and whilst in the sea, after having removed most of their clothing, Knight is said to have tried to rape the woman. I will link to the previous reports below in the description, so not to make this one too long or go over what I've already reported on in previous videos. But the woman is said to have been 21 and was with a male at the time, heading to the beach to drink a bottle of wine. Whilst they were in the sea, Knight tried to pull the woman's underwear to the side and assaulted her after she had reminded him that he was getting married in 2 weeks. Knight denied both charges, but was yesterday, the 29th of June, found guilty by jury at Southwark Crown Court of sexual assault. However, he was not found guilty of rape. During the trial, Mariam Syed, prosecuting, said the woman tells police that when they got to the seafront, the defendant wanted to go into the sea, and she did not wish to do that. But he sought to persuade her by telling her that it was his stag night, he was meant to be having fun, but it was turning into a rubbish night. She explained to police that he looked like he was going to cry, so she relented and said yes. She said in her interview, I was facing away from the shore and he kind of came up behind me, so we were both facing the same direction and he was behind me. I just remember it being really uncomfortable and it really hurt. I just said to him, what are you doing? Stop. And he didn't. He didn't reply to me at any point. He was just completely silent, and I literally kept saying, repeating, don't, what are you doing? I said, you'll get married in 2 weeks, just stop, don't do that. And he just didn't stop. However, when Knight gave his evidence, he said that she touched his pecker first. Now, I don't know if this is a good thing or not, especially doing what I do, knowing that there are deviants in all areas of policing, but Knight wasn't a response cop. He was a detention officer, meaning that he would have worked in the Met's custody commands dealing with the cells and detainees at Stoke Newington Station. He was suspended last year and remains on suspension. Sergeant Laurence Knight has been bailed to reappear on July the 28th for sentencing, which is a long time to wait to be sentenced for a sexual assault. But hey, I guess I'm not the one who has to live with myself should he go and do something like that again in the meantime. I will of course bring you the updates of his sentencing once it's announced.